the Army has been great. It's given me a lot of experience, which I need. It's given me a lot of tools, which I need to basically help run this, to help put it out there in the communities. But it's going to involve all of us working together. And like I said, we're organized across the city with our community captains, our junior organizers, and as we get started working inside of our community, we will pull more volunteers. The way it's going to work in Westwood, we're not going to take the whole Westwood community because that's just so large, but we're going to break it up into sections. We're going to have like an Alpha section, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. We're going to work at each section. We're going to adopt it for community improvement. Once a certain degree of stabilization is met, the residents are happy with the improvements within that community, the ones that they suggested to us, then we're going to move on to the next section, and over to the next section, down to the next section. And before you know it, it won't be an overnight process by any means. It will take several months to accomplish within that community. We will restore some of the pride within that community and within each community that we operate in. And then residents will vote again on what section of town for us to go to. So we may start on the west side of town, which we are, and we can wind up on the east side of town. What's unique is letting everybody know that their voice matters in this. Your voice matters. Your vote actually matters. You can log on to this site, www.OurDayton.com. You can cast your vote for our community, for us to go to next, and for what you want to see improved. Because all too often, our voice gets left out. And we're here to take your voice to City Hall and to work with our government officials and to let them know, hey, that's what the residents over here want. That's what the residents over here want. And people are like, well, we already have a system in place. It's called their priority board. Their priority board is great in theory, but it's geared towards specific neighborhoods. What we're doing with this is it's city-wide. It's not geared towards neighborhoods, okay? It's city-wide. So anybody across the city can put their input in, can have their voice heard, and we will work our hardest to bring about that improvement that they want to see done. But the good portion of what all this is going to take, it's going to take real people coming together and getting to know one another. And that's what the purpose of this first meeting was today. Because there's people there, I mean, I never met, personally, I met maybe a couple of people in this room. I never have met anybody here individually one-on-one, and I'm glad I did. Because that just lets me know that there is more people inside of this community and inside of this city that care about its direction and care about its future. And that's what it's going to take, everyone coming together. I was talking with Mr. Weir the other day. We also had a great interview with the around Jonesboro area. They also have an outstanding public school system. The public school, the superintendent that I interviewed, Mr. Taylor, their school system used to be ranked in the lower half of the state, Valley View Public Schools. And since they have put a few cost-effective things in, it wasn't very expensive at all, and they've been able to take their school from the lower, in the state to the, I think it's the second or third highest public school in the state as far as education-wise goes. 60% of their students that graduate go on to attend college. 98.3% of the parents in that school participate in the parent-teacher conference. 98.3%. 60% of students going on to college. Of those 60% that go on to college, graduate, 70% of those stay in the area. They stay there. Why do they stay there? Because their economy is stable. They have the good jobs. They have the factories. They have a community that is worth studying. And also this interview, I'm going to share with Mr. Weir, and I'm going to put it online about some of the suggestions. If you go in each of their classrooms, it's about half the size of this room here, and they have speaker boxes all over. The teacher has a headset. She talks into it. Everybody in the classroom can hear, regardless of whether the child is sitting in the back, regardless of whether the child is sitting in front. Even children with special needs can clearly understand what's going on. They have a great student-teacher ratio, and they have many different social venues that they use to keep in contact with their students. And all this information will be posted online in the interview put out. We also had a great interview with their chief of police, and also the officer in charge of their youth involvement program, about how that they are able to work within their communities and work in conjunction with their police and keep that level of crime down low inside their community. And these are just everyday people inside the community working for improvement, and they've been successful. So there's no reason why we can't be successful here. We just have to remain committed in what we do and seek out the residents' voice, put the city's interest before our own, and work together. One of the things that I talked about with Times for Dayton, like I said, you'll be able to log onto the website, see how much money has been brought in down to the exact penny. Most organizations in town, they don't do that. The United Way, a great organization, but not 100% of the money that they raise goes back to United Way programs. With this, however, 100% of the money will be the case. Like I said, people have paid for advertising efforts, and we're going to be able to do that. We're currently seeking our 501c3 status. So within, I would say probably within 10 or 11 months, if all goes well, we'll be a tax-free charitable organization. So we're working very hard on that. But then again, that won't be an overnight process either. I talked with some IRS representatives from Cincinnati. Everything looks good until the paperwork gets back and we'll be in tax-exempt status, so that won't hinder our efforts at all. And on the 21st, a couple of days, we're going to put these containers out. We're going to start getting it out. And then the money we're used from this will go inside of our first community for some improvement early next year. And that's what it's going to take, creative and suggestive ideas and opinions from the residents. And I'm sure the mayor will agree that it will take everybody working for a better city. Because the mayor's only one man, the congressman's only one man, the senator's only one man, the president's only one person. They can only do so much. But if we really want to improve this city, we are going to have to work together and look past such things: skin color, religious background, economic background, because that's what it's going to take. A lot of people have said, well, you know, I took a cynical attitude. You know, hey, you're going to have those people out there, okay? But actions will speak louder than words. Once you get started working in the communities, once you get started talking with the residents, once you get started working for some real improvement, even more people will get on board and it will spread. Also, come next year, we're going to open up our online store, Citizens for Change. We have a Citizens for Change shirt, ball cap, whatever. The money raised from this will go back into the communities. It also helps slowly to restore some of the pride in our city of real residents working together for real improvement. Because that's what it's going to take, folks. It's not going to take one person. Nobody can wave a magic wand and improve this city overnight. And that was the whole purpose of this meeting today, was to let residents know that we are going to work for them, we're going to work with them, and we're going to get this accomplished. I would like to open it up now to some people, like I said, that have helped us out, and that have some suggestions, things they want to see worked on in their city. Because everybody here, like I said, has a voice, and everybody has different circumstances and different problems that they want to see fixed within their community. Turk, I'll start with you. What's one thing that you would like to see worked on in the city?
Well, you know, it's funny, you mentioned the priority boards and how they work with individual communities, and this kind of just crossed my mind. I think one of the problems is it segregates the communities, because, okay, well, we work from, you know, I live around the Southeast Priority Board, or, you know, this is our priority board. These communities are all segregated. I'd like to see the communities become more, we're Dayton, we're not, you know, St. Anne's Hill or Walnut Hills. Yes, those areas exist, but living here, I've actually seen, oh, look, you live just outside of St. Anne's Hill, so you're not as good as I am. I think maybe Citizens for Change can come together, maybe work with the priority boards to put a net over all of the communities and, you know, let them know, hey, yes, you're Walnut Hills, you know, you're St. Anne's Hill, but we're all Dayton, and we need to work together. The Southeast Priority Board needs to work with the Northwest Priority Board, and with common goals in mind.
You get those neighborhoods in sync.
Exactly.
Absolutely correct.
The neighbors are, you know, you live over there, so I don't care about you. I live over here, this is all I care about, is my little, you know, one block area. And that's not gonna